My fan is going, so I'm gonna turn this way. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Can we get more light so we can see you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me turn my.
You trying to seduce us? Because we gotta see.
No, it's,
Okay, where
oh,
are
it's
you?
from the TV. You know, everybody have Roku, so that's what everybody use.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're so gorgeous.
Oh, it takes one to know one, honey.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. Should I turn off my fan?
I think we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, you're fine.
So, what is this about?
Do you have a question, or do you want to come up for dating? Are you single and ready to mingle?
Oh no, I am currently in a relationship. I do not have a question, but you are so beautiful. So this would be like a relationship advice type of live.
I mean, if you have a relationship question. If not, if there's no trouble in paradise, hey, we don't even want to stir the pot, okay?
Okay, that's funny. Okay, I do actually have a question then. If we are asking questions, so me and my guy, we just like kind of we just made back up, but we got into a little bit of a argument because so what was that?
Is he there?
Oh no, he's no, he's not here. He's not here. But he is like a up and coming stand-up comedian, and he like was explaining to me that he wasn't really that secure in his craft, like enough to make comedy a career, right? So, I was listening to him, and I was just like I was encouraging him. I was like, "Babe, you could do it. Like what? Oh my god, look at all these people that have like saw the potential in you, all these people that are saying like, oh my God, come out for these shows." He said he even had a dream. He asked God, like show him a sign that comedy's for him. He even had a dream that his dad was approving comedy. So I was basically reminding him like all the people in his life and me as well that was like, so boom, all that happened, and then we ended up going outside. But when I was explaining it to him, he seemed to be very resistant. Like he was not really. I didn't think my words were hitting him because every time I tell him, like people in his life are like showing him that comedy is for him, he was like, yeah. But I said, you know what? You're giving excuses. Okay, you may not be ready to receive it. So we ended up going outside. I said that in my head. I didn't say that out loud. So we ended up going outside, and we was like it was Saturday night, so we went out to a bar. I didn't have my ID, so I couldn't get in. Right? I couldn't get into the bar. So I was just like, well, the bar closed at 2, and it was 1 o'clock. So I'm just like, okay, like there's really not that much time. But I looked at him, and he was just like, damn, like I really want to get in. Da da da. Like, and then I looked at him. I said, wait, is he like pumped up off of my words that I told him? I don't know that for sure, but that's the idea that I had in my head. So I'm just like, like, is he like really pumped up? Like, cause he started telling jokes. Like, it's almost just like he came alive. And I'm just
Wait,
like,
wait, wait. He was telling jokes on the line as you guys were trying to get into the bar?
yeah, he was telling jokes. Literally, when we left my house, like he was telling jokes, like he was excited, and but I didn't think my words had penetrated him at all. So when we got there, and I couldn't get in, we went to like about 3 bars, and I could not get in. Right? They didn't even want to see a picture of my ID. So okay, sorry, I'm gonna put on my running shoes. Sorry, guys, I see them in the comments. Like, girl, hurry up. So we couldn't get into the bars, and he was like, damn, I really want to be around people. And I'm just like, oh damn, okay, well, like, like you can be around me. And so he was just like, damn, like, do you want to get your ID? And I was like, it's only 1 o'clock. It's only 1 o'clock, and like it's 10 at 2. He was like, damn, I could call you an Uber home. His house was literally like 2 blocks away. So he was like, I call you an Uber home. And I was just like, okay,
So wait, he was gonna go in and send you home to get your ID.
no, he was gonna go in. He was gonna go in and send me home,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was
not to
gonna
get my
go.
ID, to send me home. It was only an hour left, like at the place. So by the time I came back, it would have been redundant to just go home. So I was just like at immediately my mood changed, and I know he saw it. So he was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I was just like, "Nothing, nothing." Like but like my mood was changed. So he called the Uber, and I eventually went home. And then I ended up making a video on TikTok because I ended up making a video saying that if a man feels like he's incapable of doing something, do not encourage him. Do not speak life into him. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste emotional labor because it's not worth it. If he feels like he's incapable, just be like, well, you know what your capabilities are. So if you feel like you can't do it, you can't do it. My friend was like, why did you make that video? Why do you feel like that? And I said, because I felt like if I didn't boost him up, then he wouldn't have easily discarded me. Like if I didn't encourage him to see the potential in him and tell him that yes, you can do it. Oh my God, like how can you not see this? If I didn't do all of that, then he would not have discarded me so quickly to go and spend an hour in the bar. It's only an hour, you know? And so
What's your name?
uh Billy J.
Billy J. So it went from Billy J to Barbara very quickly.
What do you mean?
Barbara builds.
Well, no, and it's just like I mean like okay, I guess you can say build, but it's just like I guess I saw the ramifications of. Let me just finish the story. So basically, my friend was like, Why did you make that video? Like, why do you feel like that?" I said, "Because I feel like he kind of was so easy to abandon me, you know." And she was just like, "Okay, but maybe he really felt encouraged by what you were saying." I said, "To the point that he discarded me." So, but I'm naturally an encourager. So she said, "Why don't you just talk to him about it?" You know. But yeah, I guess I didn't see my.
I think there's one thing to say. I'm not saying when you're in a relationship you can't, encourage your partner you're with, right? Like, hey babe, you got this, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be your job, is what I'm saying. He can go listen to Tony Robbins or something. Go watch a YouTube video. But
Yeah.
that's not your job. He should be confident and secure in his comedy, and that sounds like something he just needs to work on. Again, I'm not saying we can't help our man or encourage our man, but it shouldn't be your job to give him that juice. So now he can go out into the world and then leave you at the bar and tell you, "Oh, I'm gonna send you home because I'm feeling like a piece of a man right now. So I'm gonna send you home and get a number and get a chick with this energy that you done gave to me."
Well, I didn't feel like it's okay. You're saying that we should feel okay encouraging our man, but at what point should we encourage our man to where it's not to our detriment? Encouragement, but then when do you pull back and say, "Okay, that's enough"?
Yeah, just say, "Oh, babe, I love that project you're working on. That's amazing. Oh, you got this, babe. Why are you acting like that? You'll do fine. You're doing amazing. I love you. You always make me laugh." But it shouldn't be 24 hours of that.
Oh
Not
no, we just had
24
a moment
hours.
right there. Yeah. We just had a moment. And then so he found the video. He found my TikTok and he was just like, "Oh,
Is he
it's
watching this right now? Like,
no, I don't think so." Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know, but he found the video and he felt very offended. He said, "Hey, like I was coming to you and just explaining an insecurity, and it seemed like you took that opportunity to try to like kind of like shit on me or whatever to people that you don't even know." And I didn't really say anything about him, but I guess he was just saying that the idea of not encouraging him because I felt abandoned. So he
yeah,
found.
again, I don't think there's anything wrong with encouraging your man. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, right? But it's if you're using that then encouragement to leave me. I'm your girlfriend. You're telling me to go home at the bar late at night. You're saying, "Babe, go home. Go home." So
Well,
he can go into the bar and just parlay and have a good time without his girl.
right. I guess he was trying to say that even though, although it seemed like that to me, he said, "Do you want to come? Do you want me to go with you and get your ID?" And I said no because I didn't think it was that big of a deal for us to go back in the bar.
But you didn't say that initially. Initially, what you said, because I asked the question, did he want you to go home to get the ID? You said no. He wanted me to go home.
Well,
That's what you
he
said to
asked,
me.
okay, sorry. He did ask me, "Do you want to go back and get the ID?" And I said no. I wanted to just go to the house. Like I just wanted to go to the house, but it seemed like he wasn't going to be satisfied with my presence. He wanted to be around other people as well. Sorry. I probably should have said that too, but I don't want to paint the narrative as if it's on my side because there is other parts to the story where he did offer that, but I just thought it was redundant because it was only an hour left. So why would we not just go home and
I don't
enjoy?
believe that. I don't believe that. I believe what you told me initially,
Right.
respectfully. I believe what you told me initially, which was he wanted you to go home and he said, "Babe, go home. It's only an hour left. We'll catch up tomorrow or another day." I think that's what happened.
Mm.
And it was like you probably were, like, "Hey,
I
what's
was
going
feeling
on?"
abandoned. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
definitely for sure.
yeah,
That triggered me, and I had
yeah.
to recognize that I was feeling abandoned because that feeling is familiar to me. So that's why. Yeah.
Absolutely. So again, I think it sounds like you're a good person, a good woman, but you don't want people to take advantage of that. Don't allow, like, a man or a woman, anyone for that matter, to take advantage of that.
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong, again, to encourage your guy, but not to the point now where he's using that juice, going out into the world, and he doesn't want you there. He's like, hey, I'm looking to meet someone else. That's not cool.
You think he was saying that? He's looking to meet someone else?
Let me ask you this. If I told you right now, my man said to me and my man went out right now, okay? We get to the bar, babe, I left my ID. And he told me, Ash, go home. What advice would you give me? He told me, Ashley, go home. I'll see you another day. I'ma just go in. What would you tell me? What would that mean? As a woman, if you're telling me, what would that mean?
Well, I agree with you. That would mean exactly what you said, but I think that the story is my story is a bit more complex where it's just not that cut and dry because he did offer other options, but I just couldn't see the fact of why do we need to go to this bar? So, yes. Yeah. I guess I'll just leave it there because I can see that it's like maybe like you have your own like thoughts
No,
about the situation.
no, it's not my own thoughts. I think you're a young, beautiful girl, and my frustration is that you're making excuses for him. That's my frustration. And I'm looking at you like I don't want her to be in something where someone's draining you of your energy, where someone's using you and taking advantage of you. That's the frustration I have. More so that you can't see it. Not that you're here on the live or we're talking. It's not that. It's
Hmm.
that you can't see it. That's why I'm frustrated. Like she don't see what's going on here.
Right. And granted, I think okay, to the to the viewer, it definitely can sound like I'm making excuses. But that's when I made the video in the TikTok and he found the TikTok and he was telling me like he started going over things because sometimes you can have one perspective of things and another person can have another perspective. And I do have a very strong personality where I can see things like I can automatically, when I'm triggered, I can automatically think this person is doing this personally to me,
Mhm.
when in reality they may just be going about their very day and not even be realizing that they're hurting me. So when he brought up the video and he was like, oh, like, but I gave you options, like he started to say like I gave you options of things that you could have done, but I just couldn't understand the fact that why did we have to go to the bar? If I didn't have my ID, we don't have to go
No,
back.
you were gonna say, why couldn't we just go home together? That's what you were just about to say, and then you
Yes,
corrected
yes,
yourself.
yes,
And
that's
he didn't offer that as an option. He didn't offer that as an option.
right. No, no, no. I don't think he
No.
did. I don't think he did. Or if he did, it wasn't truly genuinely what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that maybe he probably was just going along with, but he knew he was going to be unsatisfied had we just went home together. So yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why wasn't it that it's good enough that okay, you don't have an ID? Okay, babe, let's just go home. We can hit the bar another Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, and those were your thoughts. Like you were like, okay, well, let's just spend
Yeah.
time together. We can just go home. But for him to say to you, you go home, not even go home and come back. You go home. It's only an hour left. I'll see you another day. That
Hmm.
feels like something different. I'm not accusing him of cheating or anything, but it just feels like something else.
Right, right. And
That's what
that's
I'm saying.
yes, yes, I completely agree that. See, sorry, I know the story sounds of like very different, but I'm processing everything as I'm talking to you right now and realizing that what I really wanted was for him to just come home with like us just go home to his house. That's
Yeah,
it.
that feels like single man activities. That feels like dating activities. That's
Mm,
what that would feel like to me. Like, oh, me and this girl went on a date. All right, I'll catch you later. You don't have your ID. I'll see you another time, but I'm gonna just hang out. Or a single man. That doesn't feel like, oh, I'm in a relationship. I'm with my girl. Things didn't work. We can't go out to the bar, babe. We're gonna go home and Netflix and chill. That could have been an easy option. Or, babe, we're gonna go home together, get the ID, and come back out.
right.
Cause I think men are cut and dry. I think men are black and white. And when a man loves you and he's really into you, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. That's a
Exactly.
song, babe.
Right, right, for sure.
I mean, he's going to in the beginning, I'm sure it was like that. In the beginning. In the beginning, whatever you need, whatever you want. And then something starts to shift when we start pouring more into them. So now you're giving more of yourself than he's giving to you. And that's why the dynamic is changing. That's why he feel like, oh, she ain't going nowhere. I'll see you later. You go home. I'ma stay here.
And make people laugh. Right.
Not make people. Make these girls laugh at the bar, child. Ain't no people, child. Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much for your time tonight, Miss Ashley. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, darling. Keep us updated, okay?
All right. You have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Make those girls laugh in the heat of the heat in the car of the car. Sorrows, sorrows, prayers, prayers. That's why I was frustrated. More so that than anything else. Like, girl, wake up. You're halfway in a sunken place. You're not all the way there. It's hazy. Your head is above ground, but you're right below. You in the upside down world, as a matter of fact. Upside down world. Okay. Wake up. This is us saying, wake up. Snapchat, just snap. Snap for her. She'll get out of there very quickly. Can we get the likes up? Can we get to 130,000 likes? But she's invested. She likes him a lot. She's very invested. That's what I feel. She's very invested, more than he is. And he needs that energy from her because he's like a new comedian and he don't really got it like that. So he needs that ego boost. When a man doesn't have it financially, he needs that ego boost. They need that ego boost to feel like something. So they could, go out into the world with their head up high and their shoulders back. And she was giving that to him. So soon do they forget, child. He forgot within an hour. Only 2 hours ago, I was saying, you my king. Whatever you need. Hand over foot. Okay? It only took not even 24 hours. Okay? 60 minutes. And this man was already acting brand new. Child. Child, it took 60 minutes, baby. 60 minutes. Do you know where your man is? Okay. Do you know where your man is? Okay. He's at the bar.